One thing that I was looking at is how many people smile. I counted 5. There's something wrong. If you don't feel there's something wrong, I feel there's something wrong. Do you feel that something? Why can't you smile? Why aren't you happy? If you don't want to be here, you should not be a salesperson. You shouldn't be in this company. I'm sorry, I'm going to give you the raw truth. People on the other end of the phone can tell if you're smiling. Right? If you just close your eyes, I want you to close your eyes 1 minute. All of you. Hi, how are you? You didn't close your eyes. What's wrong? Please close your eyes. For me, please close your eyes. Hi, how are you? I want you to respond. Can you tell if I'm smiling or not? That's exactly how the other person perceives you when you pick up the phone, or if you interact with anybody on the phone, especially in the United States. They can hear you over the phone. They can feel your presence. They know if you're, hello, my name is Umar. I want to give you this service. Right? They're not going to buy from you. They don't buy from you. We don't make a sale. If we don't make a sale, we don't make money. If we don't make money, we don't pay you. We don't have a company. Does that make sense? It's hard truth. I'm sorry. If it offends you, I'm sorry. I'm only here for 8 days. Maybe today's my last day, or maybe one other training session, but I really want you to understand what we do. We make money, so you make money, so we can continue having a respectable, good business. Make sense? That goes for any company in the United States, that goes for any company in the world, that goes for any company in Pakistan, right? And I want you to have a mental shift. The mental shift is, you as salespeople are the growth topics of how to approach somebody over the phone. These are simple items that I want you to change your attitude about. And I want you to change your attitude, and the first thing I want you to do is smile. It's as simple as that. Don't make it complicated. Sales is not complicated. It's just me and you engaging in a conversation. 2 people talking. That's exactly how you want to approach somebody over the phone, is just you and him talking, just me and you talking. We're talking about an item. We could talk about a service. We could talk about the weather. We could talk about your kids. We could talk about his kids. We could talk about anything. It's just you and I engaging, but it has to be positive. If you take anything away from today, you're going to smile, you're going to be positive, and I guarantee you'll see results. Okay? I want to know what your biggest fear is. Anyone? Raise your hand. Sir?
Losing the deal.
Losing the deal. Okay. Why would you think you would lose the deal?
Sometimes it's not sure. Maybe sometimes we won't be able to meet his requirement. So losing the deal is a one fear that we always like.
Okay. Would you say it would be an objection? You fear objections? Oh, it costs too much. Oh, I don't like it. Your competitor has a bigger product or a better product. Okay, great. What else are your biggest fears when you're on the phone with a customer? Anyone? You have no fears. You're the best salespeople in the world, right? How about an objection? Oh, I don't have time. Click. You ever feel that? Don't talk to me. Don't call me again. Anyone?
Yes.
What are your biggest ones that you hear all the time? Click.
Take us off your list.
Take me off your list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though they don't hear us, that's what we are trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
They want you to get off the phone. Why are you calling me? I'm so busy. Why are you calling me? Click. Right? That's a fear. I have that fear, right? The other thing you have to have is thick skin. Does anybody know what thick skin means? Thick skin? No? Thick skin is a term in the United States. So no matter what you say to me, whatever gali you want to tell me, I don't care. I have thick skin, right? That's hard to do. You'll develop it. You'll have thick skin. I've noticed, I've come to Pakistan a few times, I've noticed everybody here has very thin skin, right? Like people get offended about the littlest things. It could be driving. I see it in driving all the time, right? I'm driving a car and I put my car in front of the other car. He gets angry, he's offended. It's very thin skin, right? You ever feel that way? Or the opposite happens, is you have such thin skin, you're driving a motorcycle, you want to get in front of the car, you want to cut somebody off, right? You ever feel that way? You have very thin skin. So in the United States, we call it thick skin. Like, I don't care. Why do you care? Do you pay my rent? Do you pay my salary? No. Does it affect me in any way? No. So when you get the click, that's an automatic gut reaction. Oh, I'm going to try again. Having thick skin. People are going to call you names. Oh my God, you people, you're horrible. Why do you keep calling me? You should do something else, go sell tomatoes, go do something else. Why do you keep calling me? Thick skin, right? So it's hard to do two things. Hard to stay positive, and it's hard to take the rejection, right? Stay positive, and then you have to have thick skin. Make sense? That attitude, it can make you a billionaire, or it could keep you wherever you are today. If you don't like where you are today and you want to move up, right? Develop a positive attitude and thick skin. That's the formula to success. I can tell you because I have had 15 different businesses that have failed. 15. I'm on my 16th business. Why am I on my 16th business? Because 15 of them failed. For various reasons. But you know what? I don't care. I'm proud that I've lost 15 businesses. I'm happy. 15 times I've learned a new degree. I've gotten a new bachelor's degree. 15 times. Right? So every time you fail, I want you to learn from it. Right? So if somebody clicks on the phone, you look at yourself, okay, what did I say to him that made him click on the phone? It could be he's having a bad day, doesn't matter. Because I have thick skin. I don't care. I'm going to pick up the phone again. Do it again. That's what we're here for. That's why we're salespeople. That's why we don't work in accounting. That's why we're not in HR. The lifeblood of a company is what? Please say it together. Sales. That's why we exist. For no other reason. You put bread on my table. You put bread on his table. Sorry, roti. Right? So thick skin, positive attitude. You have to keep smiling. I came in here like 3 times over the last couple of weeks. I was just so disheartened because I didn't see one person smile. And I go, what's wrong? There's got to be something wrong. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. What do you think is wrong? We have a bad product. We're selling a horrible service. We're not helping people. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. This side of the room. What do you think is wrong? Why can't you smile? It's not in your nature. Do you feel embarrassed because you smiled? Tell me what's wrong.
Don't be afraid.
Does it make you less of a human if you smile? Is it from an Islamic point, you actually get good deeds if you smile at someone? Do you know? How many know about that hadith? So what's the problem? Why can't you smile? Does it bother you? Would it make you more vulnerable? Will it make you more or less of a man or a woman if you smile? Right? The majority of you are men.
We are so much focused on our output while we are making calls. We are always worried, like,
You're going to get fired.
will we be able to make it out or not? So these kind of things will just make us worried, and we can't smile. Like if you're thinking about something, I guess you can't smile. If
You're worried.
I think we don't enjoy our work.
You don't.
Exactly.
Oh.
So that's why people don't smile, because they don't enjoy their work. They feel that what they are working is maybe worthless, maybe they feel that they are just doing it for the
Money.
For the money.
Okay.
Not to enjoy, not to I think that I believe that one should work to enjoy. One should work hard to enjoy.
Okay.
Working hard, it should be happiness. So this is something that I think people.
That's what makes you not smile.
Yeah, exactly.
You come to work and you're just sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Brother, I can help you find another opportunity somewhere. I'm just saying, maybe this isn't the place for you. We don't want to think that way. We want to think like what you do translates into rupees, right? That rupee translates into happiness, right? Does the rupee translate into happiness for a lot of you? It did for me. When I started in sales, it was always, we used to call it dialing for dollars. We used to dial, pick up the phone and talk to somebody for dollars, right? Because eventually it would lead up to dollars. And those dollars would make me happy. I could buy the next newest car, or I would put on nicer clothes. I don't know, whatever motivates you, right? Have a bigger house or something. So if rupees don't motivate you, you should not be in sales. I need you to have, tonight I want you to think about what you do here. If rupees do not motivate you, you should not be in sales. Because we're here to do what? Make rupees. We're here to make money. Why do we need to make money?
Get a better lifestyle?
Yeah, better lifestyle for our families, for our kids, for our parents, financial stability, right? So you should come into this office going with a big smile, right? Big smile, and I want to make money, right?
But people have this maybe like if they smile, it's not gonna pay them.
Oh no, it pays.
This is maybe
It equals sales. No, I have to disagree with you.
Yeah, smile makes sense because
Yeah.
sometimes when you are on call and you are smiling,
The other person smiles.
Yeah, other person smiles and it
What
makes
happens
you
in
more
positive?
confident
Yeah.
and positive,
Yes.
no matter whatever the response would
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
but your day would be
Right.
having a good day.
You'll have a good day and you'll make another sale.
Yeah.
Right.
There is
Yeah,
also a phrase like smile, they can hear you.
They will hear
The
you.
verbal conversation.
They will hear
No,
you.
smile is a verbal cue.
Very good. Okay, that leads to my next topic, which
Also,
is
if somebody is just saying that we are not interested in taking your services or your products, that's not a big deal. I used to
No.
start, I was so
We'll talk about that. Don't worry about
But
that.
now I used to smile over the thing, and
Yeah.
then they ask me like, tell me more about it.
Right.
Like because I don't care if they'll be lucky.
Weren't you afraid of getting fired 2 minutes ago? But you're right. What an objection is an opportunity to sell. I want you to look at an objection as an opportunity to sell. All people want to know is, okay, if they're saying, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, I don't have time. Oh, please don't call me anymore. Oh, remove you off the list. I mean, you heard them all, right? It's just another opportunity to do what? It's called reaffirmation. Rephrase that into something positive. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not within your budget. I know how you feel. I've been there. Let me tell you how I can help with that situation. Let me help you invest in this. Everything's an investment, by the way, and we'll go through that. This is a very like a 12-part series, okay? The words you choose will dictate your results. Every word you choose. Never talk about money. It's always an investment. Everything's an investment. A no is always an opportunity to sell. Somebody hangs up on you, you smile. Oh, thank God he hung up on me. I didn't have to deal with that negativity. Let me call somebody else who is positive. Everything's the affirmation of positivity. If you have to get your head around that. I'm going to come back here tomorrow. I want to see smiles. You can never sell anything to somebody who's miserable. Nobody's going to buy it. It's different in the United States than it is here. Here you have an unlimited source of customers. Store owners are rude. People want to tell you what they want, not what you want, right? You go to the store and they ask you, why do you want it? I can't get my head around that. Every time I go to a store, they say, well, why do you need it? They need to China. What do you care? I'm giving you money. You give me that. I give you money. But they don't care about that. They have an unlimited supply of customers. In the United States, it's the exact opposite. You have an unlimited supply of suppliers and hardly any customers, right? That's why you're getting the clicks. You're getting the no's. A no is simply another way to say, I have an opportunity to sell. An objective is, I have an opportunity to sell, right? So, what's the next biggest fear you have when you're on the phone? Besides they're gonna hang up and you're gonna lose your job. What's the next biggest fear? What's the next thing that you hate when you're talking on the phone? Anyone?
He hangs up on us, we get angry.
You get angry. You take it personally.
I know.
Why? They don't know you. They're just somebody on the phone in a third world country calling long distance, right? They don't know who you are. All they hear is either a sad face or a happy face. That's all they know. They don't know your name. You're what, 19,000 miles away, right? Roughly 20,000 miles away. They're not going to come to your house, knock on your door and say, why did you call me? Right? Has that ever happened? No. They haven't paid your rent, so you don't owe them anything, right? You should get around that. That's very personal, right? That's, again, we're going to talk about thick skin. You don't care. Understand? You don't care. Forget it. Go to the next guy. If you can't do that today, make that mental shift. That person on the other end doesn't control your destiny. You do. Right here. Then you shouldn't be a salesperson. You should not be here. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to give you tools for your tool belt. You have a tool belt on. You're going to go to work. I'm going to give you tools, right? First tool is smile. Second tool, be positive. Third tool, handle rejection like it didn't matter. Rejection is our friend. People who say no to me, I say, oh, thank God. Alhamdulillah, right? I get an opportunity to talk to you about it. I get an opportunity. You engaged with me, right? They said no to you. Oh, okay, I got somebody on the phone. That's wonderful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You could sell these microphones. You could sell these headsets. You could sell a medical billing service. You could sell this chair. You could sell ice. I call it ice cubes to Eskimos, right? They don't need it, but you could sell it. Right? Because I could tell you the features and benefits of this ice cube. It's a beautiful ice cube. Look at the shape of it. You can't live without it. When you tell your friends you have this ice cube versus the other ice cube, oh my God, you're going to be the best thing since sliced bread, right? But you're an Eskimo. You deal with ice cubes. What do you care? But you can do it because you're positive. You have something they want. You're going to create a need. We're going to talk about that too. It's called need-based selling, right? Need-based selling is basically you're creating a need. What products, what do you sell? This side of the room, you guys are not smiling anymore. Huh? I can't hear you. Tobacco products, right. That's an easy sell. You're already addicted, right? Tobacco products are wonderful. You're selling them to store owners? Great. So you're going to sell tobacco products that are less expensive than your competition, maybe? They're better than the competition? Right. People never buy a product. I guarantee you nobody ever buys anything. They buy you. Everybody buys the other person. They never care about a product. People sell to me all the time. I only buy from my friends.
It's the relationship you build.
Exactly. We'll talk about building that rapport. We call it building rapport, right? They're only going to buy, if your product is $2 more per item than the next guy, but they know you, you have a connection with them, oh, you could price it whatever you want. He'll still buy from you. You have to get out of your own way. You know what I mean by that? Get out of your own way. You're in your own way. It's not the other person, it's you. You have your own blinders on. If you build a rapport with that person, if you listen to that person, they make a connection with you, you will sell anything to them. Make sense? No? You're going to try it out. What other objections do you have? Fears, objections, anything that you face on the phone? Nothing? You sell everything to everybody? Anything. What do people say no to you about? Price, product, anything? What do you find they don't want?
Usually we already have the product. Like we are selling parents. Whenever I call some of the other shops, they told me we have hundreds of parent brands. So I don't need yours.
Great.
I already have the credit.
Right. So at that point, you need to build a connection. They're just trying to tell you so that you can get off the phone with them. Their goal is to get off the phone with you, right? So what I see the disconnect with that person is you haven't built a relationship with them, right? Because once you build a relationship with them, then it's, oh yeah, I remember you called the other day. So we'll talk about follow-up, but that how to build a relationship is the most important thing, right? He already has a relationship with somebody else. That's what he's telling you. You have to start listening to what he's saying. He's saying, hey, I have a relationship with the other guy. Why do I want to switch, right? I'm happy with that guy. He gives me cookies on Friday. I don't know. Whatever he does, he's built a relationship with you, right? And you say, oh, great. I'm glad you have a great relationship with that guy. I want to be that person too, right? I'm going to follow up with you in 1 week, right? And you keep following up with him and you talk about other things. You already got his name, right? Bob, Rick, whatever his name is. And you're going to say, hey, remember I called last week? I hope you're doing good. How are the kids? You have any kids? You're going to talk about him, not your product. Product means nothing. And then you're going to follow up with them another week. You're going to keep a little Rolodex. Should be a database program, right? So every objection has a solution, right? You just have to be persistent. Persistent in what? Smile. This is hard. This is hard for me to watch. Please smile. Please sell. Smiles, positivity, selling, objections are our friends. People yelling at us, calling us names, they don't mean anything to us. We have thick skin, right? We're going to start listening to our clients. They're going to tell you clues. They're called buying signals, right? That person on the phone that said, I don't need you. I have the other guy. That's a buying signal. That signals to me that, hey, I need to follow up with you to build a relationship with you. Not to sell the tobacco products mean nothing. right? It's just, I need to build a relationship with you, right? That's all that means. Every time they click on you, you say, oh, thank you. I get the opportunity to call someone else. Not, oh, I can't get a sale today. I'm going to lose my job. What do I do? You'll never be successful, ever, in anything you do. What else did you see that's challenging for you? That's so hard. You get tired? Do you get tired?
Of ghosting.
I don't know what that means.
When clients ghost you and are not replying to your emails and calls once they are interested, but now they are ghosting. This is something that is challenging.
Okay, ghosting. Okay, got it. So they just ignore you. You're taking it personal, right? I think you're taking it personal. Do you have enough clients to call? Call somebody else.
That's what we do.
Okay.
Ghosting is somewhat challenging when someone is interested in your services and you put your energy, you put in your time for them, and then ultimately they
I know. I hear something else. I hear you didn't build a relationship with him. That's what I hear, right? You didn't spend the time to listen to his needs. When I hear like, oh, the guy's ignoring me, ignoring my emails, ignoring my phone calls, ignoring my messages, all I hear is, oh, you didn't build a connection with that person, right? And you can't say the same thing to everyone for everyone, right? You're different than her, she's different than you, you're different than her, you're different. We're all different people. Different people have different needs, right? Different people respond differently. You won't know until you listen to them. Who are they? What do they do? What's their challenges? How can you take your product and service and meet their needs? Make sense? No more ghosting. That means you did something wrong. That's what I think. You never built a relationship with me. All you wanted to do is we call it diarrhea of the mouth. This is typical sales, basic, never do. It's ugly to say diarrhea of the mouth. It's when people start naming off the features and benefits of what they have, right? Oh, we do medical billing. Oh, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and we do it for $4.99 a month. Can you do it? Can you do it? That's diarrhea of the mouth, right? You never built a relationship. You never looked at their needs. You never listened to that customer. You never aligned your product with those needs, right? And of course they're going to ghost you. I wouldn't want to talk to you anyway. I don't know who you are. Make sense? These are just tools. We'll get into the details of each one. There's like hundreds of ways to align your needs, your product or service with what your customer needs. And I'm not asking you to, have you ever watched baseball, American baseball? No? Cricket? Cricket? Okay, you know cricket. I don't know much about cricket, but I know that every time that bat, the guy is at the batter, he doesn't hit a 6 every time, does he? Does he hit a 6 every time? I'm not asking you to do a 6 every time, right? How about once in a while? Once every week? Once a day? What's the goal here? What's your goal? Do you have a goal? No goals? We need to start making goals. What's the goal for an average person who's on the phone to make a sale? What's their goal? Target. I'm sorry. Huh?
$5,000.
It's a dollar amount?
$5,000.
Okay, I don't want you to look at it as dollar. I want you to look at it as how many relationships did you build today? The dollars will come later. That's just an automatic, right? You're focused on the wrong thing. I'll tell management that. Stop focusing on the dollar. Start building relationships. You build relationships, the dollars will come. They'll be an automatic. You hit a dollar amount, that means you're done for the day, right? No. You build a relationship, you have a customer for life. Yeah. Would you say that? And you see it right here every day. I see it every day. You have a favorite samosa wala, right? He has a customer for life. You don't care about his price. You have a favorite barfi wala, right? You don't care about his price. You're going to get his barfi from there. You know, hundreds of mithai shops all over the city. You're going to get your mithai from that guy. Why?
Twice, like in friendship relationship.
Relationship, right? Forget dollars. They'll come. Build relationships. You'll equal sales forever. You'll never have to get ghosted again. What other challenges do you have? None? Smile.
I hate this thing, but sometimes whenever we used to prospect, a lot of times we have to face the gatekeepers. We have to talk them, we have to prospect.
Yes, I love those people.
Most of the time.
To get to the decision maker. Yeah.
And it's really, sometimes it's really hard. Like they used to say, hey, he's not here.
Yeah.
Hey,
How did you pose the question?
Well, it depends which industry I'm calling in.
I feel you're in medical billing. You selling that? What are you selling?
It's B2B marketplace.
Oh, you see this? Okay. All right. And so you get the gatekeeper, the person, the secretary that answers the phone?
Just ask them, are you guys working with any B2B platform?
Yeah.
Talk to someone who's managing that, like that.
Why don't you build a relationship with the gatekeeper? You know they're the most influential person in their office.
Yes. Yeah.
They are the most influential people in their office.
Right.
They make a recommendation to the owner's going to automatically say yes. I can guarantee you that. Know her name or his name. Whoever answers the phone, you should know their name. You shouldn't be calling somebody if you don't know their name. Or if you don't know their name, you need to find out their name, right? Don't find out the owner's name. That's irrelevant. Find out the person who's answering the phone, their name. Find out if they have kids. Find out if they have a husband. Find out if they just got divorced. Find out if their dog died. And remember that. Jot it down. Make notes. Call them 2 weeks later and say, hey, Betty, how's your dog? I heard you were sick. Now you just built a relationship, right? And then later on say, hey, if you're interested in, what do you sell? The platform, right? Sign up for our platform. Let me show you how it works. Once you get her, it's an automatic sale. He doesn't care. He's too busy. Most business owners don't want to talk to you. They'll let somebody else talk to you. And if they make a recommendation, I guarantee you will have a sale. Hands down. If somebody came to me, if an employee came to me and said, okay, we want to use this product, I don't ask. I say, okay, that's fine. Because they've already done all the research. Why do I have to do it again? My plate's full already. But you can't do that if you don't. I'm going to hammer it home every day. What other challenges do you have? You're selling to tobacco owners, stores, right? Right. They're at the cash register 90% of the time. They don't have a customer in front of them, and you get a hold of them on the phone, right? Build a relationship. Know their name. They don't care whether you're from CBiz or what's the name of your company, Hukaji. They don't care. They just care about you. Say, hey, guess what's happening in Lahore today? The prime minister just got handcuffed, right? Get him in a conversation. Forget about what you sell. They don't care. They'll buy from anybody. They're making 100% profit margin on any tobacco product most of the time. Nadeem can tell you. What does a store owner make percentage-wise on the products you give to them?
More than 100%.
More than 300%. Does he care if your product's a little bit less or more? He doesn't care. In his heart of heart, he don't care. All he's going to buy from is his friend. Be his friend. Develop a process where you contact somebody, you get their information, you put it on we used to use this is before computers. I'm old. Before computers, we had these, what they're called card catalog kind of pieces of paper like this, right? And we had a little Rolodex box, just a little box, shoe box, whatever. And we'd write down, and we'd have it under Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for 2 weeks. And I'd call this person, and then I'd put them in the 2-week file, right? So every time I picked up a card, it has his name, his dog's name, his friend's name, his store address, some weather. So I had something to talk. Oh, Muhammad Ji, I know you're from Amritsar. He can't be from Amritsar if his name is Muhammad, right? It must be Rajpal Singh. Rajpal Singh, I know you're from Amritsar. You know what happened in Amritsar last night, right? You can Google that, and then you've just built a relationship with them. Make sense?
Yes.
Stop having diarrhea of the mouth. You think what you have to say is important. It's not. Nothing's important that you have to say. Your relationship is the most important. That they'll remember. They won't remember how many hookahs you're selling. They won't remember CBiz. They could care less. They just want to know about you and them. Just two people talking about Barfi or jalebi, right? That's all they want to know. And they will buy from you, I guarantee you. There's another handout I want to give you. It's about listening. Can we print that? We print that? I emailed it to Abdullah. Who's Abdullah?
That's not here, I guess.
Okay.
We did print out 2 different things.
Can I have the other one?
Did you find it out?
No, I handed out something else. Did anybody get a handout about listening? That's it. Okay, you can steal the show. Tell me what it says.
So it is about the active listening skills.
Active listening skills. What does it say? What's the first step in the circle?
It is be attentive.
Be attentive. Great. What does that mean?
It means that whenever you are talking to a customer,
Yeah.
so you have to have the active listening skills.
Right.
So listening and active listening both are extremely different. So
Great.
you have to be attentive. You have to know from the personality of the customer, the mood they are
They're in. Okay. So the tones that they use,
Absolutely.
you can feel it on the phone, right?
Whether it's the right time to talk to them or not.
No, it's always the right time to talk to them. What you have to say is the most important thing in the world. You have to absolutely believe that CBiz is the most important thing in the world. Why would they want to talk to you? You're the president of Pakistan. You're the best thing that happened. But you have to listen. You have to get out of your own way. You're in your own way. Don't make assumptions that that person doesn't have time to talk to you. He wants to build a relationship with you. You know, in the United States, we don't have time to build relationships. We're seeking that in our heart of hearts. In your heart of hearts, you're always trying to build relationships. It's our human nature. We like affirmation. We like people liking us, right? So on one hand, I'm saying have thick skin, but on the other hand, I'm saying, hey, build relationships, right? No doesn't mean they hate you. They just don't know enough about you. What's the next thing? Who's the next person? What's the next step in listening? Ask open-ended questions. What's an open-ended question? Anybody? Open-ended questions. Go ahead.
So this
You should be the number one. You're the only one talking. Yeah.
I encourage you to be participate in this and then make it interactive.
Yes.
So that's how you need to focus.
If you can't make me interactive, how are you going to get the phone guy to be interactive, right? If you can't get me, how are you going to get the guy on the phone?
Close-ended question like if I say you that how are you? You'll only say I'm good. But if I like all close-ended questions are like yes or no. If their answer are like yes or no. But open-ended questions are like explaining. You have to like conversate. You have to like
how was
if
your
you
day? Instead of asking
How did you-
how are you, you can ask how was your day.
Tell me more about that.
So, about open-ended questions.
No, how was your day?
I was really good.
What made it good?
So it was really good. I just woke up at 3. I went to, I made my breakfast. I took a shower. Then
What did you have for breakfast? What did you have for breakfast?
for today, I had some food.
I love mangoes in the morning.
Okay.
Do you like mangoes?
No.
You don't like mangoes in the morning? I tell you, if you have mangoes in the morning, you'll be a changed person.
Okay. All right.
So what fruit do you have?
Today I preferred apples and melons.
Apples and melons? I didn't know melons were in season right now. Where did you get the melons?
Banana.
Oh, bananas. Oh, okay. The little ones? I love bananas. Yeah. They're hard on my stomach, but I love bananas. I know next time I call you, I'm going to ask you what you had for breakfast. I know last time you had apples and bananas, right?
So we have a connection.
We just made a connection over bananas. Of all things in the world. Apples and bananas. You're not trying to sell CBiz. You're selling you. And it's okay if they don't like CBiz. If they hang up on CBiz, it's okay. Go to the next guy that likes apples and bananas. Open-ended questions is just you asking them about a leading question. So use their words. I just use your words to have a conversation. Right? The more conversations I have, the more you know me and I know you. And the more times I know you and you know me, what happens? You build a relationship. And when you build a relationship, what happens then? They will buy any hookup product you have at whatever price you give them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's try it again. What's the next thing? Ask probing questions. Bananas. I know she likes bananas and apples. Those are probing questions, right? How's your store running today? Pretend I'll be selling hookaji and you're going to be the store owner, right? You're the store owner. How are sales today? How are sales today? Did you get a lot of customers today in your store? You're going to be the store owner, your call. I'm going to be you. How was your sales today? Did a lot of customers go and buy hookahs today? Great. Was it better than yesterday? Does it go to where you see that every day you're getting more and more customers? Well, that's amazing. That means you need more product. Well, let me be that guy. You just shut up. It forces you, this is another thing we'll get into, it's called always be closing. We're always closing. We're always getting you to make a decision, right? So I just asked him 3 probing questions to result in a close, right? You're not going to do that. You're going to sign up and build a relationship. I'm still building a relationship with him. And I'm trying to close him, right? Because tomorrow I'll call and I'll say, hey, sales were great today, right? Sales are wonderful. How many hookahs did you sell?
Then you come next year for the meeting, for the follow-up, and
Follow-up.
and ask about what you get and what you get anything wrong. You know.
Anything else that I can get? So he's already built a relationship, and now we call it upsell, right? So hey, I have a new product. I'm going to send it to you for free. Can you try it out in your store? I'm giving you product for free. You're not going to say no, right? No, I don't want free product. no. But you're gonna know his name and I want you to use his name. What's the next thing? Probing questions, open-ended questions. Right. So you're rephrasing what they said, right? I rephrased with her 3 times. So you like bananas. Oh, you like bananas and apples. So what you're saying is, you like bananas and apples in the morning. That's awesome. Me too. Just mangoes. Right. So you're just rephrasing what they just said. Next, paraphrase. You're basically repeating it, but in a positive way. Repeat it in a positive way. Next. So somebody you call, this goes back to your point, you think that they're in a bad mood, it's not a good time to call, and you picked up on it, right? You heard it in his voice. It sounds like you're having a bad day.
What I was actually referring to when you're talking about the active listening, for example, if you're calling a client, and you can hear the sound of the other people, like you're actually in a gathering. So it could be a
bad time to
talk about it.
Sometimes they're in traffic, like they used to say, hey, I'm in traffic. So we used to say, like, let's take a call for any other channel. We have a very safe drive for now. So it should be like this.
No. Maybe I'm just bored. I want to talk to somebody while I'm driving. Get out of your own way. Assume they want to talk to you. Assume that they have nothing better but to wait for you to call them. Okay?
For instance,
Go ahead.
let's say, it's an apparel store that I'm calling. Say,
Great.
and it's Monday.
The Gap. You call the Gap. Yeah.
All right, it's Monday.
Yeah.
It's a business day for them.
Okay.
The only person I'm talking to is the owner,
Got it.
and he has customers in the store right now.
Great.
Am I going to ask him to listen to me over his customers that are in the store? He's probably going to ask me to call again.
Get out of your own way.
That's what they do. So let's say I get out of my way. I
Yeah.
still speak to him. Wouldn't I be offending him in some way?
No.
Prioritizing what I think over his own customers?
Let him make that decision. Why are you making that decision for him?
I'm not making a decision. Let's say he hangs up on me because of that.
That's okay. You're gonna call him.
Isn't it better if I say, you seem busy right now, why don't I call you in like 30 minutes?
They don't care.
Okay.
They really don't care how you feel. I'm telling you from experience. So if you offer an end to the phone call, they'll take it. All your job is to phone them and build a relationship with them. How many times do you hang up on your mom?
Never.
You have a relationship with her. You could be in the bathroom. You're still going to answer the phone call. It's an emergency if somebody calls like that, right? If you have such a relationship with them, it doesn't matter if you have 10 customers. You're priority. Don't get consumed with what you hear in the background. That's irrelevant to you. You have thick skin. You don't care. You're a priority. Just pick up the phone, ask them how are they doing, how you can help them, open-ended questions, what you have to offer, and let them do the talking. 60% of a conversation should be them talking and 40% you talking. If they don't want to talk to you, they will tell you or they'll hang up. But you can't feel offended because you have thick skin and you're smiling, right? You have a cheesy grin on your face and you say, thank you. Let me move on to the next guy. Let them make that decision for themselves. Let them make the decision that they don't want to talk to you. Let them make the decision, but don't make it for them. If they have 20 customers, maybe they're just hanging out in their store. You have 30, cashiers. Maybe they just want to talk. Maybe nobody talked to them for a week and now they want to talk to you. Don't get out of your own way. If they hang up on you, move on to the next guy. Dial for dollars. What do we do here? We dial for dollars with very good. So it's okay. You're not ruining a relationship. You never handle it. Move on to the next one. There's enough companies in the United States where you can call. Have you run out of people to call? Do you have enough people to call? Did you ever run out? But I kind of feel from your comments that you get offended if they hang up on you. Are you offended that somebody yelled at you or somebody said something to you you didn't like? You're offended, right? Yeah. I need you to get out of that hole. You were a salesman.
It's not just like they are not interested and they just hang up. The question arises at the end to our audience that maybe we should have pitched it in a different way so they won't hang up on us. This is what comes up.
It's a very normal thing to get a no. You'll get 20 no's before you get a yes, or 100 no's before you get a yes. You have to be okay with no. It's okay if they say no. You know how many beggars come up to me? I can't afford to give everybody. How many people did you say no to? You think the beggar, how many times a day does that beggar get a no? Imagine how many times a day they get a no. They are the best salespeople I've ever seen in my life. Ever. I'll get to that. Where's that Liberty Market? Liberty Market. Liberty in that corner. Main Street?
Boulevard.
Main Boulevard? Yeah. There's like 5 beggars there all the time. Same people. I think they're the best salespeople in the world. I really do. I'm motivated when I see them. You should be motivated when you see them. Because they get a no, a no, a no, and every time they knock on my window, they're smiling. Oh, please, I have 3 kids. Please, they are the best. They should be in this room. I think they kill it. Because they're so used to hearing a no, right? That it doesn't bother them. They have the thickest skin in the world. They're wonderful people. But I can't afford to give them, I have to say no once in a while. Right? You have to say no once in a while. But imagine hundreds of thousands of people every day saying no to them. Why are you offended? You did nothing wrong. Don't get offended. Get out of your own way. You're in your own way. Stop it. Smile. Say, who cares? Move on. Get over yourself. Don't look at no as the worst thing that ever happened to you. Nobody's going to say yes to you. I guarantee you no one will say yes to you if you think everybody's going to say no to you. You have to have thick skin and always be very thank you. I'm tired. Can you take that part of your tool belt, try it on? It's like a jacket. I want you to try it on, see how it fits, right? Just today, see how it fits. Build relationships, smile, and it's okay if they say no. Handle rejection. That's another topic. We'll talk about that later. Okay? I always tell people, like, I don't care what I look like. He knows I look like the beggar during normal business hours. He knows because he's seen it. I have a construction company, right? And so in my construction company, I look like that beggar on the street every day. I don't care. I have enough money. I'm happy. I don't care what they think about me or don't think about me. I still go home to a 5,000 square foot paid off house, right? I have multiple properties I get income on, but I look like worse than your servant that you have. But I'm very comfortable. I'm very happy. Be okay with who you are. God made you special. It's okay if they said no. Get to the next phone number, and 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 until you get an opportunity where you can build a relationship, you will get sales. And don't worry about dollars, because they'll just happen. Focus on building relationships. Have thick skin and always be. Oh my God.